Hey, hey. All right, we are about to do some yin. Hey, what's happening, Janet? We're gonna do a Vinyin. It's gonna be a little bit of a shorter session. So we're gonna do about 35 minutes. Because I have a children's birthday party to do from this basement afterwards. So, hey Gazelle, what's happening? So we are going to start right in child's pose. We're going to do some vinyasas, and then we're going to end with some longer held postures to complete the yin portion. So if you're somebody that needs props, I am. I think most of us are for some things. You can always grab a towel that you can put under your bum to give you a little bit of added lift. So we're going to start in child's pose. I'm teaching yoga. And bringing your big toes together and knees wide. You can stack two fists on top of one another, or if it's comfortable for you to put your forehead straight to the ground, you can do that as well. My name is Bex, and I will be guiding you through your practice today. These practices are free or pay what you can. Sending the breath into your low back. Giving you a few moments to come into your practice. Letting go of your day. Letting go of your evening. Simply coming into this moment, using the breath to come into the moment. And feeling the pressure of either your fists or the mat on your forehead, on your third eye. Allowing that to activate your parasympathetic, your rest and digest. Finding your smooth inhalations and smooth exhalations as you breathe in and out through the nose. And maybe even coming into your Ujjayi breath. Starting to bring some movement. We're going to come into a tabletop position. Shoulders aligned over wrists, hips aligned over knees. Spread fingers wide, press hands into the mat. Warming up with some cat-cows. Inhaling to unhook the tailbone, shoulder blades down the back. Exhale to draw the belly in and round the spine. Gaze towards belly. Inhale, find length, gaze ahead, shoulder blades down, back. Exhaling to draw belly in and around the spine. Beautiful. Taking yourself through a few more rounds as I bring some nice yoga tunes on for us. And then moving back through child's pose. We're going to warm up with some vinyasas, but we're going to do them a little bit differently. Imagine yourself like a wave from child's pose, keeping your chest close to the ground, keeping the elbows close to the body. Slither forward into an 8-limb Ashtanga pose. Your chest is pressing into the mat. Your knees are on the mat. Hips are up. See if you can draw the belly in. Inhale, slither forwards. Use your back, so my hands are just like very gentle here. Come into your cobra. Exhale, press through and into child's. Moving with more flow this time. Inhale, slither forwards, pass through that 8-limb pose. Inhale, come into your cobra. Exhale to child's. So you're really moving through this one movement, not really thinking about a posture you're gonna hit, but feeling all the parts of the movement. 2 more rounds. Inhale, slithering forwards, bringing it up. Exhale, child's. Last cycle. Once you hit your child's pose, take a breath cycle. Walk your hands over to the left, and you're going to press that right hip back, getting a nice stretch along the sides of the body, maybe on the side of the armpit. That's where I really feel it. Bringing it through center and over to the other side. Breathing into wherever you feel the stretch. Reaching your arms way, way out in front, spreading fingers wide, curling toes under, finding your first downward facing dog. Swaying hips from side to side, bending and straightening the knees, tucking your shirt in. And if you guys ever have any requests, feel free to bring them my way. Really playing with your stretching, changing the angles on your feet, exploring in your down dog. Coming through center. Inhale, shifting to plank, holding your plank, strong plank. Shoulders are aligned over the hips. We're pressing into the ground. Belly is drawn in. We're bringing the upper back just a little bit up towards the ceiling. When that happens, our shoulder blades move to the sides. So like they come a little bit. Inhaling here. Option to drop the knees. Exhale, chaturanga. All the way down. Point toes, press tops of feet down. Inhale, come into whatever version of cobra you like. I generally do a baby one because I got back issues, but maybe you can go up higher. Maybe you can go into a full version. I'm not going to show you that. Roll over toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, send that right leg back, bend at the knee, open up through that right hip. Gaze through the left shoulder. Press into your left hand, so no collapsing like this. Reach it up and back. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, right foot forwards towards right thumb. Drop the back knee, point the back toe back. Come up onto your thigh. So resting hands on thigh, elbows down. Sink those hips just a little bit. And I'm going to show you this from this side. So I want you to really bring that left inner thigh back. So rather than just letting that hip hang out like that, you're going to bring the inner thigh back and bring some strength into the posture. Then maybe come a little deeper, yeah? Inhale, maybe bringing the arms up. Your back should be feeling good if you're bringing the arms up. Maybe sink the hips a little lower while keeping the strength of the posture. Inhaling here. Exhale, hands down. Step back to plank. Your chaturanga. Inhale, your cobra or up dog. Exhale, roll over toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg back, bend at the knee, stack, hip, knee over hip. Reaching up and back with that right hip. Not much weight is on that right hand or the right shoulder. I love this stretch. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, left foot forward beside left thumb. Drop back knee. Clasp hands. Bring hands onto the thigh. And again, Roll that right inner thigh back. Find strength in that back leg. Find strength in that front leg. We're pressing into that left foot, rolling the left thigh where it meets the buttocks, out and down. Keep breathing. Maybe sending your arms up. Maybe sending your gaze up. Last breath cycle. Inhaling here. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank, your chaturanga. Inhale, your cobra up dog. Exhale, roll over toes, downward facing dog. Take a breath cycle here. Tiptoe feet forwards, maybe wide. Take your forward fold how it makes sense to you. So if you have a lot of space between your thighs and your belly, bend your knees, widen your feet. If it's really easy for you to touch the ground, your belly is close to your thighs, then I want you to really focus on your thighs by engaging the thighs and stretching into your legs, drawing the belly in and up, shifting the weight just a little bit onto the front of the feet so that your sit bones lengthen up towards the ceiling. Shaking the head no to lengthen through the neck. Bending the knees, rolling up one vertebrae at a time into the headless yogi. Oh, that was a joke. Feet together. Inhale, reach arms out and up. My arms look like this. You're standing and I'm just gonna show you like this. Inhale, draw belly in and up. Exhale, over to the left side. Reaching up and over. Let's press into the left foot today. And that's gonna really intensify the stretch along the sides of the body into that QL, to your obliques. Make sure that the body's not shifting. I don't know if it's humid for anybody else today. Makes everything a little bit tougher. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, over to the other side. So be compassionate to yourself, accepting wherever you're at in your postures today. Inhale and bring it back through center. Exhale, hands through heart center, hands by the sides of the body. Make sure you're about a foot away from the front of your mat. Feet are either hip distance apart or feet together, big toes touching heels slightly apart. Lift toes, spread them wide from pinky toes all the way down to the big toes. Press feet into earth. Let hands relax down. Lift the inner arches. Feel that energy rise up into your legs, drawing belly in and up. Mula Bandha, pelvic floor is rising. Sides of the torso get a little longer. Collarbones broaden. Crown of the head is reaching up. Going through one slow Surya Namaskar beat, and then going through it at full speed. Bend knees. Inhale, arms up overhead. Utkatasana, taking a couple breaths here. Really sending the bum back, chest forwards. If it's a lot to reach your arms up, you can reach your arms out in front. If you have high blood pressure, I really recommend to hands onto hips. Inhaling here. Exhale, fold forwards over, bend knees, then straighten. Inhale, rise up halfway, side body long, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, bend knees until hands can press into the mat. Hop or step back to plank. Chaturanga, that's all in one exhalation. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, roll over toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, right foot forward, side right thumb, pivot and drop that back foot. Inhale, reach and rise arms up. Take a breath cycle here. Warrior one. On your next exhalation, hands down. Step back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, roll over toes, down dog. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, left foot forward to side, left thumb, pivot and drop back foot. Inhale, reach arms up, take a breath cycle. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands down, chaturanga. Inhale, any version of cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe it out. Send hips up and back. Last breath cycle. Exhale out all the breath. Gaze between the hands. Hop or step. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Bend knees deeply. Inhale, arms up overhead, Utkatasana. Exhale, press hands to heart center, Tadasana. Take a breath cycle. Full speed, bend knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, roll over toes, down dog. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, right foot forward, pivot and drop. Inhale, reach and rise, arms up. Exhale, hands down, chaturanga. Inhale, back bending. Exhale, roll over toes. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, left foot forward, pivot and drop back foot. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale, 5 breaths in down dog or child's pose. Remember that child's pose. You can drop your knees to child's pose at any point through the class or any other resting posture. If you're in child's pose, returning to your downward facing dog. Bending the knees, letting all the air out, hopping or stepping. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Bend knees deeply. Inhale, arms up overhead, Utkatasana. Exhale, come to stand, Tadasana. Take a breath cycle. Hands onto the hips. Ground down through your left foot. Right knee comes into the air. So you're going to either grab a hold of the shin or hook peace fingers or outer edge of the foot. Whatever is available to you. Really roll that shoulder back. Extend leg. Toes flexed. Really suck that left hip in. Draw belly in and up. Beautiful. Inhale, bring it out to the side. Maybe bring the arm out. All without a head. I couldn't resist, sorry. If you fall out, come right back in. Inhaling here. Exhale, bring it through center. You can either fold forwards over your straight leg, pulling it in, or bend knee into the chest. And release. Shake it out. Back to Tadasana. Grounding down through right foot. Left knee into the air, either grabbing the shin or hooking peace fingers around the big toe. So if you can grab peace fingers but the knee is bent, you can hold it like this, right? It doesn't need to be bent or straight. It can be somewhere in between. Find your variation. Making sure that back isn't rounding. If it's rounding, bend the left knee a little bit. Standing leg is straight though. The back thigh is pushing back. Inhale, bring it out to the side. Whew. Accept yourself wherever you're at today. Then maybe extend that right arm for an extra counterbalance. Inhale here. Exhale through center. Either grab or knee into chest. And release. Shake it out. Nicely done. From Tadasana, inhale, reach arms up. Option to take yourself into a little back bend. Exhale, fold, release head. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold, bend knees until hands are flat. Come down to the mat. Chaturanga, all the way down. You're gonna bend your right knee. This is in prep for our next posture. And grab the foot to pull it in. So you can either do this pretty relaxed, or if you want to bring your forearm onto a diagonal and press up a little bit into it, you're welcome to. Somewhere in between, play with what works for you, always listening to our own bodies. And you know, that's the biggest challenge. I have people telling me all the time, I can't do yoga, yoga's too hard, but it's not about this final posture, you know? And you know, it's hard to sometimes get out of that mindset, but the biggest challenge in our practice is accepting being with where we're at. And that doesn't mean that we don't push ourselves a little bit, but we really need to find that balance. Releasing it. Inhale, coming into your cobra. Exhale, rolling over, toes downward, facing dog. Bend the knees, gaze between the hands, hop or step. Inhale, rise up halfway, side body long. Exhale, fold. Press into feet. Inhale, reach out and up. Option take yourself into that back bend. Exhale, hands through heart center. Hands by the sides. Coming into feet hip distance apart. Preparing for dancer's pose, Natarajasana. Rounding down through left foot. Right knee bends. So you're going to grab that foot just like you did before in your frog. Draw belly in and up. Maybe you stop here. That's okay. Send that left arm up. I'm going to see if I can change my camera view just for this posture. Send the left hand up. Press the foot into the hand. Hand back into the foot. Tilt forwards a bit and lift that left arm up. That right inner thigh keeps moving back. The knee doesn't go out to the side. This is one of those postures that I find you're constantly readjusting in. Press into the ball of the left big toe. Lift left arm up. Gazes gently up. Last breath. And release. Shake it out. Grounding down into the right foot. Bending the left knee. Grabbing the foot. Inside, outside, or over. Up to you. Right arm reaches up. Draw belly in and up. Once you draw your belly in and up, you might feel a stretch across the front of your hip. Press left foot into left hand. Inhale, rise right arm up, and then maybe tilt it forwards. Really finding what makes sense for you. It's a big posture. Acknowledging and accepting wherever we're at. Keep pressing into that standing foot. If you fall out, come back in. Last breath cycle. And gently coming out of it. Whew. Coming back to your Tadasana. hands onto the hips, maybe taking a block with you. Bend knees, big step back with the right foot, turn onto the feet so right toes are pointed out, left toes are a little bit in. I'm gonna show you that camera switch. Inhaling to reach it out if you're not already there. Exhale, right hip under the left. Take it into your triangle pose. Tuck chin, gaze up towards the ceiling, or tucking chin and gazing down to the ground. Holding there. You are doing great. Last breath cycle. Inhale, coming through center, turning onto the heels, placing the block down if you have one. Inhale, reach arms out. Exhale, left arm under the right, left hip under the right, reaching forwards, finding that length. Spinning hips, spinning chest up. Tucking chin, gazing up to right hand, or feel free to gaze down. The important thing about that drishti point is that you pick one and explore it. See what the different drishti points do to your posture within your body. Really stretching those breathing muscles, our intercostal muscles. Last breath cycle. Inhale, bringing it back up. Exhale, hands onto hips, heel-toeing feet so they're mat distance apart. Toes are out a bit. If you know your balance posture, Bakasana crow pose, and you want to go into that instead of Malasana, go for it. Inhale, finding your length. Exhale, coming down to squat. In Malasana, elbows are pressing into the thighs. Now, if you're somebody that has trouble with this posture, you can use a wall to help you. You can sit on a block. You can also do this version, where you put your feet on the ground and lift your chest up. 5 breaths wherever you're at. If you're in crow, really try to hold those 5 breaths if you can. Awesome, and bring it down. Bringing those feet together, flapping the wings. Inhale, find length. Exhale, hinging forwards. With each inhalation, drawing belly in and up, finding length. With each exhalation, hinging forwards. Inhale, send the gaze ahead. Exhale, come on up. Grab under the knees, extend the legs, and either bring the right heel in or cross it over, up to you. You'll get a bit more of a outer bum stretch if you cross it over. Right hand comes behind, left leg is extended, left toes up to the ceiling. Inhale, left arm stretches up. Exhale, spin body to the right. Spinning the chest away from the buttocks. Inhale, find length. Exhale, find your twist. Roll right shoulder back, gaze towards the right shoulder. Last couple breaths. Inhale, find length. Exhale, unraveling all the way over to that left side. Inhale, come through center, right leg extends. Left leg bends in, cross it over, or just keep it on that other side. Left hand behind the bum. Inhale, right arm stretches up. Exhale, find your twist. You can give your leg a hug or cross the elbow over. Palm up. Fingers up. With each inhalation, finding length. With each exhalation, spinning chest to the left. Last breath cycle. Inhale, find length. Exhale, unravel all the way over to the right side. Inhale, come through center, extending both legs. We're going to do a long hold here with both legs extended. Toes are up to the ceiling, hands beside the bum. Inhale, draw belly in and up, finding your length. Exhale, hinging forwards. So this is where we really want you to try and accept wherever you're at. So, you know, for a lot of people, finding this 90 is really difficult. You might want to take a little towel, pillow, whatever you have, put it under your bum. You might keep your hands behind your back. So I want you to find a spot that you feel the posture in, but you just feel it a little bit. And start your posture there, as we're going to do a long hold for this one. Start your posture there and come back to that breath. Now, as you're in this posture, start slowly moving into space. If you don't have space to move into easily, you probably started at a little bit too close to your max. So you really don't want to start close to your max. Using your breath to notice what you notice in the body. Guys, despite putting my phone on Do Not Disturb, it seems to take phone calls. So we're still in our forward fold here. Coming into your last few breaths. Gently rolling up. Taking a moment, bending your knees, putting your feet flat onto the ground. Inhale to find your length, and exhale, rolling down, one vertebrae at a time. Knees into the chest. Send your knees over to the right side. Any other twist you like to do is welcome. center and over to the other side. Last breath cycle. Coming through center, hug knees into the chest, forehead between the knees, tucking yourself into a tight, tight ball. Inhaling here. Exhale, let it go into your final resting posture, Shavasana. Finding the Shavasana that works for you. So I like to put my feet up on my couch. Some people are totally happy with the legs out, toes out to either side. This has always been quite intense on my back. So I either bend my knees, or best, super therapeutic on your back is to put your feet up on a chair, a couch, whatever you've got. Whatever Shavasana position you're in, sink into it. Find your breath. Without changing the breath, notice the breath. Notice as you breathe to your fullest point. And notice how you exhale into your emptiest point. With each exhalation, releasing a little bit deeper. Fully letting go. Sending your awareness back towards your breath, or honestly staying there. You can stay in your Shavasana at home as long as you like. For those of you who do want to come out of it, sending breath into your fingers and your toes. Reaching arms over the head, inhale to stretch along from the fingers all the way down to the toes. And exhaling to release, drawing knees into your chest, rolling onto one side and coming up to seated. Sending hands to heart center, feeling the thumbs connect to the sternum. Deep breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. Thank you for practicing, everyone. I hope you have an amazing day, and if you do want to donate, we are accepting donations. Donations go straight to the instructors. I am going to leave my email. You can email me direct at Bex in Motion. bex@gmail.com. Suggested donation $7 to $10. Well, whatever you want to give is always appreciated. The average donation is $50 to your yoga instructor. No, I'm just kidding. If you want to follow me, or, if you have any requests for my classes, you can send them straight to me at Bex in Motion Show. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining, and have an awesome day. Over and out.